Okay, lesson 1-7, use appropriate tools to solve. Okay, this is where we kind of put it all together and we look at a problem and we figure out, well, how do we want? We've learned a couple different ways. We've learned number lines, we've learned arrays, we've used repeated subtraction. Which one of these ways do we want to use, or which tool do we want to use to solve the problem? Okay, Jonas has 20 trading cards that he shares equally among himself and 3 friends. Okay, so we got 20 trading cards. The number here is himself and 3, which is how many people total. If it's himself and 3, how many people do you have total? 4, right? You got Jonas. Here's Jonas, and he has 3 friends, so you have 4 people. Okay, so they want us to use an array to find the number of cards each person gets. So here's Jonas. Jonas's group is right here. And then here's 1 friend, 2 friends, and 3 friends. Okay, so the groups are going down like this. These are like their groups, okay? So we have, if we want to use counters to figure it out, how many counters should we start out with? 20, right? That's the number. Each counter is a trading card. And how many equal groups are we going to divide our counters into? We got Jonas and 3 friends. So how many groups is that right here? Should be 4 groups total. Okay, 4 equal groups. So how many did they each get? Well, they went like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's like 1 for me, 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you. Okay, so we got to be 20 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So how many did they each get? Write that down right there. How many are in each group? Should be 5. So each person gets 5 trading cards. Okay? All right. This is tricky, so you have to pay attention on this one. 12 painters are working in equal groups to paint the rooms of a hotel room. There must be 2 painters in each group. Nobody can paint by themselves, so everyone has to be into groups of 2. Each group must paint 3 rooms. How many rooms are being painted? Okay, so we got a lot of work to do here. Okay, so here's our painters. Okay, these are, ignore the rooms over here. These are our painters. We have 12 of them total, and they have to be in groups of 2. So this is one group. Here's 3 and 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So get those drawn. So this is one group, another group. These are our groups of painters. Remember, they have to work in 2, and we should have a total of 12 of them. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Does that make sense so far? Each group of painters is going to paint 3 rooms. So these 2 guys are going to paint those 3 rooms. Okay? How many rooms are these 2 guys going to paint? 3 rooms. How many rooms are these 2 guys going to paint? 3 rooms. How many rooms are these 2 guys going to paint? 3 rooms. Okay, finish that off. Okay, so we should have these guys going to paint 3 rooms. Okay, so I want you to count. They want to know how many circles are there total, because each one of these represents a room. So count how many. You have 3 groups of 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6 groups of 3. Okay, so let's figure out how many that is. You can pause it. You need to pause it and come back. Okay, should have a total of 18 circles. So the painters painted 18 rooms. Okay, there's really not an easy way. This is the best way to do that, is to draw a picture for that. Okay. All right, Frida saved $4 each week for 8 weeks, and she wanted to donate that money. So $4 each week for 8 weeks. She donates the same amount to 2 different charities. How much will Frida donate to each charity? Okay, I think we're going to use, it says choose an appropriate tool. Well, I want you to pause this, think about how to figure that out. First, though, let me give you a clue. You need to figure out how much money she saved total. She saved $4 a week for 8 weeks. So first you have to figure out how much money she saved total. Then you have to take that total amount and divide it equally into 2 equal groups. One for one charity and one for the other. So pause it, see how you can do it. And then I'll show you the answer in a minute after when you come back. Okay, so we have $4 each week for 8 weeks. So these are our 8 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And she saves $4 in each one of those weeks. Okay, so I have 8 groups of $4. You're just gonna have to add those all up unless you know what 8 times 4 is, but it is a total of $32, okay? And then I have a total of $32. I wanna divide it equally between 2 charities. So I'm just going to draw my 2 charities and I'm just gonna divide up 32. I'm just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just have to be really careful I don't lose count, okay? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So how much money did each charity get? 5, 10, 15, 16. This one gets $16 and this one gets $16. So each charity chose $16. You could also, if you had counters at home or even pennies, you know, you could do, if you got to this point, you got 32 pennies, you could literally put all 32 pennies in a pile and just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and just separate them into 2 equal groups. You know, just one for this group, one for that group, one for that group, one for that group. And I will always let you use counters in the classroom if you need, you know, to do that anytime we're doing work on that, because the counters are a great way to help you divide and multiply as well. Okay, great job on division and multiplication.